Growing up, my family's life was a constant cycle of instability. My mother, now 41, has 6 children, me, 3 younger sisters, and a brother. Our childhood was marred by her poor choices in partners. Many of her boyfriends were abusive, sometimes physically, sometimes verbally, and my siblings and I saw firsthand how little she protected us. One of her recent boyfriends even sexually abused my youngest sisters, a trauma that shattered everything. When that happened 5 years ago, my mother lost custody of her 3 youngest girls. My brother and I, desperate to keep them safe, pleaded with our grandmother to take them in. She stepped in without hesitation, telling us to focus on our futures. We decided to pursue college. My brother graduated. I dropped out due to finances, but at least they were safe with her. My sisters thrived with our grandma, who loves them as her own and cherishes every moment with her grandbabies. After losing custody, my siblings and I cut contact with our mom, along with our grandmother. But recently, she reached out via email, expressing remorse and wanting to reconnect. Her first message was cautious. Her second, a month later, revealed she'd broken up with her latest abusive ex and missed us. She suggested family therapy, claiming she had a lot of pain to work through. I hesitated, but my younger siblings missed her, so I agreed to meet. The reunion was at a restaurant. Her face looked tired, eager, but strained. I kept my distance physically, refusing a hug. She pressed about the younger ones coming home, but they looked uncomfortable, unsure. I could see she kept pushing, talking about rebuilding a family now that she's older. I shut down emotionally, overwhelmed by everything I'd kept bottled up. Later, she emailed, upset that I didn't say goodbye or hug her, claiming it'd give a bad impression to the kids. That infuriated me. She had the nerve. A few days later, we had our first therapy session. It was tense. She rambled about how she'd protected us, but her words fell flat. When the therapist asked how we felt, silence hung heavy. Then, she threw me under the bus, accusing me of turning the kids against her, of scheming against her. That was the last straw. I erupted, telling her she failed us. She never protected my brother when her boyfriends beat him up, never reported the abuse, and often vented her frustrations onto us. I called her out on the countless times she chose her own relationships over our safety. Tears flowed, but I kept going, telling the therapist that her neglect and ignorance had broken us. She cried, her voice trembling, but I felt a deep sense of relief finally speaking the truth. That night, her side of the family bombarded me with messages, calling me heartless, accusing me of hurting her. But I knew I'd done what I needed to do. Today, my siblings and I made the heartbreaking decision to go no contact permanently. We're exhausted of her excuses, her denial, her refusal to change. Her late-night email was a final blow, an emotional, manipulative plea that only confirmed she's still trying to play the victim. She blamed her own victimhood, her past, and accused me of villainizing her. She demanded I apologize, threatened to visit my sisters without us, and insisted I was the one tearing the family apart. Honestly, her words crushed me, but I also saw through her attempt to rewrite history. She's hurt us beyond repair, and I've accepted that. We're better off cutting her out completely. It's surreal. She's trying to rebuild her life, yet she's already with someone new, not even bothering to be alone. Sometimes, I feel disgusted calling her mother, because she never truly was, at least, not for us. The pain of realizing that hits hard. I've blocked her entire family from my social media, and I've shared my blunt, honest message with her. I have no desire to keep her in my life. She's dead to me now, and I feel a strange sense of liberation. Finally, some peace from the chaos. Story 2, From Love to Loss and Liberation. My relationship with Nate was the kind of obsession that blinds you. For 9 years, I lost myself trying to hold on to him. I helped him through depression, worked multiple jobs to support his college dreams, and even stayed silent when his parents disowned him for his major. We moved into a place together, and for a while, I believed we were building a future. But over time, his interest waned. He started ignoring me, spending more time with new friends. Things changed without warning. Then, right before Christmas, he flipped the script. Out of nowhere, he showered me with love, fake or real, I don't know, making me think he'd propose on January 2nd. Instead, he dropped the bomb. He didn't see me as wife material, just as a girlfriend. Said I served my purpose. Accused me of being a gold digger. Gave me 30 days to move out. I was stunned, but surprisingly, I didn't cry. I just packed my bags, blocked him and his friends, and reached out to my boss for a transfer. My cousin offered me a safe space, and within days, I was out, free from the chaos. The first month was a blur of tears and self-doubt. I kept replaying his words, feeling worthless and discarded. My family stepped in, my cousin, my mom, friends, giving me the support I desperately needed. Slowly, I began healing. Then, out of the blue, he sent flowers on my birthday. An apology? A plea? I don't know what he's after. His note was cryptic, asking to meet up and talk. Why now? Why face me after all this time? He showed up at my workplace during lunch, trying to find me. I told the receptionist I was out. That night, I saw him at my local coffee shop, waiting, watching. When I finally confronted him, he mumbled a half-hearted apology, blaming his mental health, his job, everyone but himself. But I saw through him. He'd fallen for someone at work, someone I'd met a few times. Turns out, he idolized her for years, and when he ended things with me, he confessed he loved her, abandoning 9 years of our relationship. And here's the irony, she doesn't even like him. She called him trash and warned him off. So I told him, this isn't my problem anymore. We're over. He's not getting a second shot. I told him to leave me alone, and I called my cousin to meet me. He kept trying to cling, even offering to do couples therapy if I'd reconsider. But I was done. Completely. I waited at the counter, pretending to order, until she arrived. That was the moment I knew it was over. I left the coffee shop with her, and I haven't looked back. It's only been a day, but I feel a weight lifted. For once, I'm truly free from his grip, ready to rebuild my life away from the chaos and lies. Moving forward, I know I deserve better, something I'm finally starting to believe. Both stories reflect profound pain, but also resilience. Whether dealing with a family that's broken beyond repair or a toxic relationship that finally ended, the common thread is reclaiming control and choosing peace over chaos.